Hi guys, I'm gonna talk about what I love about ENTP. Okay, so the first obvious thing about them is that they are quite smart, and if you need a opinion or you need somebody to give you a constructive criticism, which I think is very important. If you're going to improve yourself, you need constructive criticism, because that way you get to see and know what areas need to improve, or basically what other people are seeing, right? And ENTPs are excellent at giving you constructive criticism and giving you their opinion about what they think about something. So when you need an opinion about something, you go to them and you get it, because you don't want to go to somebody and they just say that everything is good, because then that is not helpful at all. So that's the number one thing I like about them. The other thing about them is that they are full of great ideas, right? They tend to voice a lot of what they observing, right? So what I've found is that if something seems impossible to do, so everybody say, okay, we give up on this, there's no more hope, and it's done, it's closed, right? If you take that to ENTP and tell them it's dead, there's no more, there's nothing, there's no hope, right? And they look at it, I think they get excited by the fact that everybody have now given up on this, and they're gonna make this work. It's like they get motivated to show that there is hope, because they're gonna think and come up with all these different ideas and try all these different options out. So that is what I like about them. Like, if I reach into a hopeless state where I have no option, ENTP is the best one for me to speak to, because they will be like, did you try this? Did you try that? What about this? What about trying this? What do you think about this? You know? So it's like when all your hope is gone, they actually pump hope back into you, because once there is the slightest possibility that it might work, they're gonna try really hard to find that possibility. So that is another quality that I like about them, that ability to make you feel hopeful, like this is not the end. You know, that we have to try all these options still before we decide that it's no use. Okay, so that's the other thing I love about them. The other thing, they are very good at socializing. They're pleasant when they're socializing. Like when they go out in the group, they socialize very good. So if an introvert goes out to them, you feel comfortable, because they integrate into the group very well, and it's a pleasant experience to socialize with them. The other thing, alright, so they are the friend that is up for adventure, right? So one of the best things about them in terms of having fun is that if you call them, and they will actually answer the phone if you call them, and you say that, oh, let's go for a drive in this new city, they will be like, okay, yeah, sure. You know, so that is very rare to find in a human being, that they will be up for fun. Now they might multitask you in. You know, like on their way, they might do errands and do stuff that they have to get done, but we still go into the city and having fun, and they get excited about going to a new city. So that's what I love about them. I really appreciate that about them. I appreciate the fact that I could call ENTP up and they will like on a spontaneous adventure, and they're up for it. You know, it's very rare to find that. That is an excellent quality that they will be like, yes, let's go, let's have fun. And on that same point, I also like to people watch with them. Like, yeah, people watch. Because when you're people watching with them, they start to put patterns together. So they will start to, everybody pass, they put them in patterns, right? And if you listen carefully, it's interesting, like the amount of things that they see. Yeah, that is nice. Like when they look at a person, something happened where they got image of a vision of that person and they share it with you. I like that. They're also very helpful people, which sometimes it's almost like it's a little bit surprising how helpful they could be. They can be quite generous and helpful. For example, if you say to them, let's go purchase, could you come with me to purchase a car because I need your opinion on it, they will come and they won't make much fuss. And these things I really appreciate, because there's not a lot of people that you could ask to do stuff like that. It's becoming less and less. There's less and less people who will do stuff like that for you without saying, like, you know, like, I'm busy. You know, they're busy. The nice thing about it, they will be busy. They will do stuff with you, and they will still be doing the stuff that they're busy with, but they will still do it with you. So I like that how helpful they are. They are quite helpful. This is interesting about them. They have this weird, random, only them understand organization skills, but they do have, so they will have, it's just it's more interesting, is that quirkiness. I think it's a quirkiness that I find endearing. That they have this random kind of order that going on that nobody else could understand and see. But they have that going on. This is an important thing that I do like about them. They are known to be the debater, and it's usually causes a little bit of problem. The fact that is what they enjoy doing, right? But if you spend a lot of time with an ENTP, you're going to be able to do critical thinking very well, and your debating skills going to improve significantly, to the point that you actually become proud of yourself. They're great at conversation because they have a wide interest in stuff, so you could speak to them about a variety of stuff and they will listen. And you know, they will entertain you. Okay, so this is something that I've observed about them. They do experience emotions like everybody else, and they do pick up other people's emotions, but they seem to try to avoid the feeling of emotions. So when the emotion coming in, they tend to start to analyze it so that they don't physically feel it. So they do have a sensitivity. I guess the point here is that they're not insensitive people. They are quite sensitive and caring. So maybe we shouldn't we should be very patient with them and kind to them, because they do have empathy. Now the thing about them is that when they're in the head a lot, the empathy drops. So if you say to them, even if it's you that is having the problem, if you say to them why it logically makes sense to have empathy, they will understand and agree and have the empathy. Sometimes I almost feel like you almost have to say to them, whoa, too much caring. Like they could go overboard because they seem not to practice their empathy. So they seem to go overboard with the giving. So it's almost like you have to assist them a little bit to regulate how far they go with the empathy, because it's almost like they're swinging to extreme. It's like a whole set of empathy or very little empathy. So it's almost like once you get them to be in the middle, there's an emotional balance in them. So yeah, I think they're smart. They give you a sense of enthusiasm. They give you a sense of hope. They have this thing of nothing is impossible, right? So that's what I like that feeling of nothing is impossible, and the ENTPs are great, so I love them. Okay, so that's it. Thank you.